an ugly kind of violence is rife, stalking the town. Yes, gangs of old ladies attacking fit, defenseless young men.
Well, hi there, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to cue that dreamy music. Getting a little bit carried away there, but it's okay. It's a Sunday, it's a grey day in the skies in the UK, and I'm here to brighten up your day, hopefully, with this crazy video. So before I get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I can tell you've been doing that recently because I've been gaining a lot more subs. So thank you very much, new and all, who have joined me here today. Now, you're probably asking yourself this question: Jace, why are you surrounded by covers of Empire magazine? Well, if you cast your mind back to 1989 when you had the iconic Michael Keaton Batman cover that launched that particular magazine, it replaced Film Review. Film Review, I miss you, you'll always be ever in my heart. And now I'll just fart. Oh, there we go, lovely. But the reason why I talk about that today, because boy, oh boy, when you see what I've got to unfold before your very eyes, you're going to be dying with laughter. Now, of course, I've talked about Michael Keaton. We had Keanu Reeves on the 1999 cover for The Matrix, the first and the best, by the way. Then Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker right behind me there. But my personal favourite, and of course I'm biased when I choose this cover, Carl Urban as Dredd, Judge, Jury, Executioner. Badass to the hilt. But of course, what do we have now? We have this monstrosity. This is a bonus cover if you get next month's edition of Empire. If you subscribe to them, you get this as a bonus cover. What is this, you may ask yourself? Is it to do with Star Wars? No. Is it a bird? No. Is it a plane? No. It is a snow troll. I know, right? A snow troll from The Lord of the Rings of Power. Oh, super fans, how I've missed you.
Can fix him.
And I'm here with the Fellowship of Influencers.
Representative, because we're getting like more diversity within this series.
Representative, because we're getting like more diversity within this series. Like we're seeing a first black elf, we're seeing the first female dwarf, and
But I guess I'd rather watch you guys making a foodie of yourselves than celebrities who go on OnlyFans. So we have got a reveal this week, and I didn't do this for a particular reason straight away because I had a bit of a Columbo moment last night, which I'll get to, and I'm actually going to do this in the reverse order. I've seen some videos out there, they kind of start from the obvious, but I'm actually going in the opposite direction. So that's your bonus cover. Brace yourself for this one, because if you're not aware of this, this is the Harfoots. Yeah, now this is really funny because they're known as Harfoots or Harfoot, so you can't really pluralize foot, can't you? Aren't they the half feet? Okay, well, whatever. So this is the Harfoots for the sake of really bad grammatical English. And of course, we've got the two chicks here, and we've got Lenny Henry on the right hand side. Yeah, Pastor Lenny on the right hand side. I've been watching Stranger Things season 4. They of course use that musical Youth song, which was great to hear. I've got to quote Disparu here because he did a great coverage of this cover when he was asked about this on the spot, and he's absolutely right. Lenny Henry looks like a barrister here because the actual sideburns aren't on the sides of his face. It's like somebody shaved his head, had got the worst wig possible, slapped it on him and said, there you go, mate, all done. And look, their feet, I suppose they're prosthetically okay. They've got some dirt on them. The clothes look all right. They haven't been really worn and weathered. And I really don't have much to say about these two ladies here. They're not really screaming anything to me at this moment. Now, the funny thing is, I talked at the beginning about Empire being a film magazine. So really, why is Empire... why are they publishing this puff piece? Because they know it's going to get views. And again, The Rings of Power is not a film, it's a TV series. Is it made in a film-like quality that Peter Jackson gave us in the original and best trilogy ever? No, I doubt it. I know what you're saying, Jace, we haven't seen a full-blown trailer yet. It doesn't drop until the 2nd of September. Why are you being so negative? Because if you know already what's been happening, the fact that Amazon have removed many comments from the comment feed below for the Rings of Power trailer, how they've lied about the likes to dislikes ratio. So you got to take that, you can't take it with a pinch of salt, folks. This is like the biggest backlash from the fandom for the longest time. Star Wars never got this, but Lord of the Rings fans, they are not putting up with this shit, and frankly, I don't blame them. So if we scroll up further, and believe me, we haven't gotten to the best one yet. Ah, yes. It's the black female dwarven lady without a beard again. So I guess she could be a good advocate for Gillette, the best a man can get. Terrible. And again, this Baruch, I've got to credit him here. If you look at her face here, it's not a photograph. It's like they've actually added too many filters, or they've repurposed them in Photoshop. It looks utterly ridiculous. I mean, at least he looks better on the left. Again, am I buzzed for these characters? Of course not. Definitely not. But it's just so weird that nobody quality checked that at Empire and just thought, is there any way we can fix this? It is just a little bit bizarre. Again, I actually find this absolutely cringe, because you're bringing in today's politics into a fantasy world from the great J.R.R. Tolkien. So please don't even get me started on why that is even acceptable. You could have just adopted what you were given, Amazon, of the Lord of the Rings, and then try to do something good with it. But this is streaming TV. Why am I even surprised to even be talking about this now? But drum roll, please. Here we come to the granddaddy of them all. Oh, my word. Now, Morfydd Clark, I'm pretty sure if you did... You know what? Let's just do it now, actually. Let's just get on the bandwagon. Let's type in Morfydd Clark. Oh, there you go. You know, she's a pretty hot chick, right? No complaints from me. She looks great. And of course, in this image here, this is kind of where she looks a bit more like Galadriel. And then the actual picture where bro, I have to show you again. Yes, this is warrior porn star Galadriel. Doing the old manspreading below. Now, when I saw this image, okay, I had a bit of a flashback last night. I kept thinking, where have I seen this before? Okay, and I'm about to enlighten you folks. So, yes, I'm just going to move this picture aside so you can compare and contrast what I'm talking about. So the lovely lady on the right hand side. Now, I'm a pin-up girl aficionado. I like to call myself that. I've been a fan of pin-up girls for many years. The girl on the right, whatever you want to paint her as, she's a Welsh model, a former Miss Wales, actually. Her name is Sian A.D. Jones. That's hyphenated at the end. She was Miss Wales, I think, in 1975, and then she grew into prominence by appearing topless as a page 3 girl for the Sun newspaper. The same Sun newspaper, by the way, which discredited Johnny Depp, or attempted to, in favour of Amber Heard. Of course, we all know how that's changed in the last few days. Team Johnny Depp, I love ya. Apart from the fact that Morfydd Clark is holding a dagger or a knife in her right hand. And by the way, we have a really bad knife crime situation in the UK, so well done Amazon for that messaging there. It's just great, isn't it, to have that there. And yes, I'm getting tongue-tied by that picture on the right. But look, here's the thing, right? Is it a bit of a stretch of the imagination not to imagine the photographer who took this picture of Morfydd Clark wasn't by chance sourcing the internet and looking for something a bit more sexy and sultry and seductive? I mean, again, it took me 4 seconds to type in Sian A.D. Jones. This beautiful image comes up, and I'm comparing it side by side with this picture here. Yes, they're both crouching down. She sat like a man. Again, you know, it's all about the feminism, but you've got to be like a man to be like a woman. I don't understand that at all. And look, out of the two, both ladies are very attractive, not gonna lie. But if you told me the picture on the left is Galadriel from the new version of Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power, I would be thinking to myself, are you having a joke, really? Because to me, this looks like it could be World of Warcraft, some HBO fantasy series, and if I saw that, I'll be thinking, okay, no problem, that's, you know, might still have a couple of problems with it, really, like why are we seeing a bit of cleavage down below, and you know, maybe why are we so covered up? What are we so ashamed of? Now, let's remember this, by the way. The Galadriel in the Lord of the Rings films, and I'm talking about the original Peter Jackson films, she just had to look at men just to strike fear into them.
In place of a Dark Lord, you would have a queen! Not dark, but beautiful and terrible as the dawn!
She didn't have to walk around with a dagger to kill anybody. And remember, Gimli was so besotted with her. She said, name anything and I'll grant you your wish. And he's like, can I have some strands of your hair, please? She never found it creepy. She understood his fascination with her. Now, can you imagine somebody approaching Galadriel in the same manner and asking for a wish to be bestowed upon them? She would not give them the time of day. So that's why I just had this flashback. Like, I kind of knew I'd seen this pose before, and they're just based on now. Let me give you a quick question. Which of these two images do you prefer? I mean, it's not hard to guess who I'm going to go for, right? Because on the right-hand side, Sean A.D. Jones is just a picture of femininity, just beautiful, just sexy, just everything, basically. And here we just got a reinvention of that image, but it's all covered up. And I'm not saying that Galadriel warrior princess has to be half naked prancing around Middle-earth and slashing people. I'm just saying this is the version Amazon has settled on. This is warrior princess or Galadriel Tomb Raider, depending on what point of view you want to go for, when she's climbing the side of the mountain with a single powerful dagger. But again, there's just no originality now, is there? You have to go back to inspirational sources like this lovely young lady right here just to repurpose it for 2022. And again, you can't tell me they don't know what they're doing in this pose right here. I mean, you can go and figure out what I'm saying, right? You got to tempt in the young virginal boys and impressionable other people out there who might be thinking, oh, this looks amazing. Rings of power. Oh, I've got to check this out. And if you enjoyed this video today, folks, make sure you leave a like below. Make sure you'll get your dagger out, behave yourselves, and slash that subscribe button. And if I were you, I would check me out on my next video or YouTube shorts. Here we go. I can feel one coming on.
Like and subscribe, or get your nuts Krogan crushed with Jason King.